Welcome back to today's episode. We are doing the rest of the wiring. Yes, we are finishing up the wiring. As you can see, I got the 240 in the backyard here. If you watched my short, I had to move it around. I wanted it, my carport is in the backyard, so I wanted it back here. So when I do the body work and paint and everything like that, I can just, quarantine this area off and it'd be a lot easier. That's the whole purpose for that. And I'll probably do everything else back here. Everything except the engine and whatnot, because gravel. Today, I guess I left the window down all night. That's not good. It's a good way for fucking cats and other creatures to get in here that I don't want in here. But today, we are going to get all of this wiring extended. Man, that was hard to get out. Ideally, where I want it to go is I measured it out last time. Where I ended up measuring it out to was, I think up in the corner over there is where I kind of wanted to put it. So right underneath the window, or it was like right here. It was one of the two. I can't remember exactly. Hi, what are you doing? You gonna come help me? Are you gonna come help me? Huh? So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get all of this going, but I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna do it with the one, and then I'll do everything else off camera because it's very tedious work. Lulu here is going to help me out, I guess. So I brought in all this wiring that I've pulled from other harnesses that I have here from work. I'm going to do my best to color match everything. At least, like this is obviously a solid green, black, green, white. I'm pretty sure I got a couple of those. At least fairly close to it. I like to keep things somewhat organized like that, but if not, no big deal, because we're going to wrap it up. We're not going to see it anyways, and we're not going to cut so much off to where if we do have to do any electrical diagnostics in the future, it's still going to be the same color. I just have to run it back. There's a lot of wires to do here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut pretty much in the middle of each of these wiring. I got my cutters, my strippers. This is awesome electrical tape. It's like cloth. It's like a cloth material. I don't know. It's really badass, honestly. This will be good for just to kind of wrap it up because I don't have any loom. I bought loom, but it's not the ones that you like fold, I guess, or they're cut in half or whatever. But they, I realized to myself, I'm like, hey, how am I going to do that if I'm going to solder each one individually, one by one, just so I don't get lost, I don't get mixed up with the wiring. And I was like, well, that ain't going to work. So I was like, well, I have this, so that will work. Got that, and you put some more water in that. That tip is pretty much destroyed. I have other tips, maybe. That tip, that will work. Oh shit, where's my butane? Alright, so I got the butane, and then the other thing here, it's a full wiring kit that I pretty much built. It's got soldering paste, bunch of solder, bunch of heat shrink, some random pins and whatnot, connectors for Fords, and that's to depin stuff. So there we go. Cut about right here in the middle. People like to stagger them. I get it. It's to keep it from being all clumped up. I don't really give a shit. I'm just gonna cut. There we go. Grab a couple of these guys here. Now, while I'm getting all this set up, you guys, what I do want to say is I want to thank you guys for all the support and everything you guys have done through all my videos and just supporting the channel, even though I've been on and off, for, multiple times. Actually, I might be able to like cut these in half and just use those instead. But as always, you guys, if you guys can, like the video, share it with your friends, comment below, and all that stuff, that really helps me out. Also, we have our own merch and stuff like that, so if you could head over to our website, which the link is in the bio, and help us out with that, would be great. Very much appreciated. Helps me out. Helps race cars get done sooner. Helps, the progression of the goal and everything I have in mind with the channel. Just our overall will be huge support. Those might be too small now, but we'll see. Green, white here. Thing. Then I gotta find green, white, green, black, green, I guess. I'm starting with the easy colors here. There's a couple colors in here I actually don't have colors for. like the orange. I'm like, well, that's kind of hosed. I'm gonna probably use a pink or something. Need a thing here. Oh my god, there's already mosquitoes out. It's not even, damn it. Okay. So, let me see here. We got the green white, like the green. Let's first get the soldering paste out. This stuff just goes a long way, and it just helps with soldering. If you're like welding, you know, you prep your metal first for better and easier penetration, right? So it's just kind of the same idea with this. You put this paste on, it makes it easier and solders better. I'm already getting chewed the hell up here. Man, Texas sucks when it starts to get summertime. Hey, I see one. Get out of here, dude. Hey, what are you doing? You're not getting out. Oh, you see squirrels. Yeah, I see you see squirrels. You're not getting the squirrels. No. Ow! What the hell? There was something apparently really sharp on that. Oh, a piece of the fucking wiring is sticking out. That's cool. Which one's this? This is that solid green. I don't think we're going to use it then. I'm glad I found that out the hard way. Oh man, that's a good boo-boo. Oh, hi Lulu. What are you doing? Hi. You just want to hang out with Dad, don't you? And work on the car. I think these are a little smaller gauge. I think so. And it'll be fine, to be honest, but I thought they were pretty much the same gauge. I just don't want to keep it. I want to keep it the same gauge. They're not going that much farther, so I mean they're the same length really, plus a little bit more from their factory amount, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But ideally, when you do wiring, you want to have, you know, if you're X amount of feet, amperage, carry, all that. There's a bunch of science to it. I don't get into it on my channel. I just know it. To a degree to where I know how it works, I guess, and whether or not I need to actually do that kind of calculations to figure out, you know, how that's going to affect the electrical system. But we're not doing that right now because we're not even extending it another, like, we're probably like 1.5 foot, I guess. All right, and the way I do soldering is I like to open them up a little bit at a point, stick them in together, scissor style, and twist. That way, ah shit, normally they get locked in. It's actually really hard to do on these smaller ones, but they get locked in, so it already kind of helps you there, you know, and there we go. It's locked in. Fire up our and cook from the bottom, fill from the top. You go at it until it's completely full of solder. And once it's full of solder, I just like to inspect it, make sure that it is. Give it a good tug, and ain't going nowhere. And we're good. That is one done. Moving on. It does have white markings on it. It'll be easy for me to identify, again, if something were to go wrong. I'm trying to think of the future when I'm building this, which also is why I'm using this harness still. I'm not going to be using most of this harness, but I want to keep it in the car. I want to keep it hooked up because the way I'm going to wire this vehicle is going to be a lot of switches and knobs and whatnot. And it's not that I want to just not have this, but I want, like, if in the event, if I ever do, like, I kind of want to sell it and get something else, then that way there's still all the factory stuff in it. So all you would need to do is disconnect whatever I put in and you can still use all the factory stuff. I'm not doing, you know, a full like Pro-Am car or anything like that with this. This is simply gonna be just a fun. I might do Pro-Am, maybe. We'll see how where it goes. But if I mean, for that I just really need to do, I don't know, I have to look at the regulations for that. But if it's too much, I probably won't even do it, because I'd want to do a different car. But this, I just want like a street track car, you know what I mean? Like, it's a dedicated track car, but have a street look to it, you know? Because I like that a lot. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm breathing all that in. Oh, that's healthy. Alright. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's money. There's a lot more glob there. Put a bit more of a glob on there. How much you guys want to bet that by the time I get done with this, the sun's going to be down? And I'm not just saying because I'm not focused on it by any means, but like, you know, family life, kids, doing other stuff, whatnot, you know. I only have so much time in a day, right? Tomorrow's Mother's Day. We have Mother Day plans. And we got other family plans and all that fun stuff. Twist and twist and twist and stay. So, but at least, you know, I got my little helper right here. Hi, baby girl. What you doing? You just like to hang out with Dad, dude, don't you? Bye. With your big blue eyes. Okay, so it's fucking. It does that sometimes. It won't like actually ignite the butane, which is really annoying. This is really good, by the way. I don't know. I got this off Amazon for like $40, probably 4 years ago, and it just kicks ass, dude. Everyone buys all the Snap-on stuff at work and all this other stuff, and I'm like, you guys are dumb and just wasting money. This thing is paid for itself and some. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. What's your name, biatch? Lulu. Lulu. Hey. 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 Lulu, sing. Lulu. 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 Alright, so these three are done. Or more or less, these three are done. My goodness, this is why I wanted to do it one at a time. I could have done all this, but it would have been a rat's nest, and it would have been a big headache for me. Not that I couldn't do it. It would just be, it'd be. This is one of those things, you know, the whole turtle rabbit race thing. You know, slow wins the race kind of thing. So, you know, I'm not gonna get overwhelmed. Is really my thing, and I don't want to be overwhelmed. That's not what you do when you're having fun building a race car together, you know? That's what we're doing. We're building a race car together, and we're having fun. This is fun. We enjoy this, and I really do. Actually, I'm actually having a lot of fun doing this. I know I don't sound like it, but, you know, I really am. I'm just really focused. That's my thing. Is I get really focused, and I'm like, there we go. Locked in. We are locked in. Hell yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna do this in a way. Probably should have been smarter about all of this, but this is how we're doing it. Well, I'm probably gonna burn the fuck out of myself, and I don't care. I do care, because that's actually really hot. Okay, let's try. Ooh, not that. You see how it's locked in, though? Like I said, we are locked in. I can move this around, and I'm not, like, terribly concerned. Alright, we're burning ourselves. Fuck it. We're doing it. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit, I guess. The hell with it. Beautiful. Beautiful fucking solder. Oh, that's a good solder right there. Okay. Let's go with this green one, because this one likes to move around a lot. So... it's the green and black. There's the green. Ah! I couldn't stop shaking. Why am I nervous? Because I don't want to cook my kneecap, maybe. Oh yeah, pour it in, lay it in, lay it in, lay it in. Oh, we're locked in. Ah, my knee's on fire. 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 Now, not all my wiring is going to be color-coded like this, like I said. You know, I know it looks that way right now, but I'm going to do the rest of this off-camera just to get it done. This is just to give you the basic idea of how I do everything, how I do my electrical, and all that. And, like, people will say, you know, you can use connectors and stuff like that, and they work, and I trust them. I really do. And I'm just not, I don't know. I've always soldered. I've always done soldering, and I feel more comfortable with it, I guess, personally. Some people can just do connectors and call it a day, and they'll trust that forever. And you know what? I believe them. I 100% believe that when people do connector joints, not just soldering joints, you know. I just love soldering. Could very much be a form of like my ADHD, I don't know, but I just enjoy it. It's a little bit longer of a process, but like I said, it's just, I don't know, I just feel way more comfortable with it. Alright, we have one of them extended. I'm going to have to do a little wrap around with some of this wiring because it was a little bit longer than what we have. But hey, at least, that being said, it's a little staggered, so it will flow nicely. We'll probably bunch it up at the top too. So we'll straighten it all out at the bottom here. And we'll leave this little bunch because the box is going to go under it. So again, this is all stuff I'll deal with after, but to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what I'm shooting for here. So if we have all this wiring going from here like this, so I think, yeah, I'm gonna have it right above the wheel well here. Oh, hit the camera, sorry, but yeah, I'm gonna have it like right above the wheel well here. So it's gonna run with this wiring. It's either going to sit underneath here, in here, or it's going to sit just right here on the side. But that way it's out of the way, and if I do need to get to it, it's just right behind me. I'm going to get to it and throw myself to the grindstone and get all this taken care of, and I will be right back with you guys once we're able to get it all hooked up, put together. Now, you see, I told you the sun was pretty much going to start going down. Kinda. It's like 6 o'clock, I think. I don't know. Started this at around 11, and I knew it was going to take me all day just because it's very tedious work. None of this is like really hard work at all, but as you can kind of see here, like just the amount of wiring I had to do, reconnect all of this, and I'm going to take all this all by one, and boom, we have everything hooked up exactly how it should be. You know, we followed as best as we can. The main thing is I try to keep the same gauged wire to, you know, plus or minus a size, I guess. That way it stays, the amperage flow, all that stuff stays nice and easy. But now what I gotta do is I gotta clean all this wiring up. And I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like before I get it all wrapped up in tape and or loom, however you want to do it exactly. And then my plan of attack is I might look at my photos, see the orientation, because I took pictures of the orientation. I don't want to mess up the orientation too much. I mean, you could put it anywhere and it'd be fine, I'm sure, but I'm not going to do that. Now, actually, before I move on, I just want to appreciate the work that I have done here. Very tedious work, again. And a lot of people that do wiring will just kind of wrap it up and call it a day. That Ford Explorer was about to fall apart. But, you know, I actually sat here and solder all this, and that's just, again, the proper way to do it is that way, or connectors, or something secure, something you know that's going to last. Because the last thing you want is for something to come unhooked and you have no idea where to look. All right, I got the flashlight because I want to do kind of get in here real quick easily and show you guys all this wiring that I have. Here it is. This is what it looks like. it's great. I think it looks great. I don't know. Some people might say otherwise, but you know what? The hell with them. I was actually surprised I was able to get this box on because all the solder joints are in there. None of them are actually like bending or anything like that. So it actually worked out. With being, with running it all down here in between the seat here, I kind of mocked it up, and I have a feeling this is all wiring I gotta extend. Now, it ain't gonna be an accurate reading because I still gotta get this through, but I'm pretty sure there's still enough room for the seat. My concern is like pinching this, but I don't think I will because I'm gonna be doing a bucket seat. I'm probably gonna get a Sparco again. I think this will be fine for the purpose that I'm building it for. This is all zip tied out of the way. I did have to take the lap seat belt out to make some room for this. You could probably do it without doing that, but with my intentions being like I'm not even gonna have these seat belts in the car, so I'm gonna eventually pull these out because we're doing, you know, a 5-point harness and all that. So I'm not worried about that at all. But first things first is I want to get all this wiring. Now, again, time is of the essence, as they say, and I got a couple things up front here. One being this wire here. This is for the brake fluid level. I'm just going to hook it up just to have hooked up. I don't think I'm actually going to use it because I'm going to be building my own dash. But again, the intention is to keep it street looking. In the event if I'm like, you know what, I want a Skyline or something, and 240s become so expensive, I can sell it for that. So I gotta extend this. I don't necessarily need to extend the ground, I guess, but yeah, I'll just ground it out somewhere in here. I'll find a spot for it. This, I don't know what this is. This was all, I don't think you guys need to light anymore, but this was all with the car. Good God. What am I doing? Okay, so this was all in the car when I got it. I don't know what this is for. This is obviously wired up by somebody. So we'll probably extend this out because that's a light. So that might be like aftermarket, like they might have like wired in their own fogs. I don't know. This is, don't know what this is for. Nissan 240s have a bunch of these connectors, and as far as I know, I don't know what they're actually used for. Oh, the hell with it. I know this one though. This one might be the knock sensor connector, because I think I remember that on my S14 is I didn't have a knock sensor, and I was always wondering what this was for. And then when I went to get it tuned, my tuner was like, oh yeah, this is for your knock sensor. The connector looked like this. I don't know if this is the correct one. I'll probably look it up on AllData and see if that is correct. But regardless, I'm extending this because it looks like it, and it was in the engine bay. And then I gotta extend the headlight. I know I mentioned that we were gonna do a front end swap. Now, I guess I should probably talk about that real quick because I'm just gonna come out with it. I want to do an S15 front end, like I did with the S14. Now, I'm not big baller status, so over the time I was thinking about it, Mike, I'm gonna take this drifting. It's gonna be a track car. I know I'm gonna smash it at some point. At some point, I'm gonna hit somebody. Somebody's gonna hit me. I'm gonna hit a wall. Something's gonna happen. It's inevitable. It's going to happen, and I know that. I've been, doing this for a long time, and I've been in this community for a long time. It always happens. Might keep the S13 that I have, the front end, do something else with the headlights. The reason why I like the S15 front on 240s is because of how aggressive it looks. I could do a Seal 80, I could do a bunch of other stuff, and it looks cool, don't get me wrong, it looks really cool. I just like a really aggressive look, and that's what the S15 gives. So, with that being said, I might actually keep the S13 front end for now. If at some point I become Mr. Moneybags and can afford it, then cool. But with, life and everything like that, it'll be difficult. I could do it. I would be spending a lot of money that I shouldn't spend, I guess, is the reality of it. All right, disregard what I just said because I forgot that I need to order wiring. I don't have enough wiring on hand to extend all the way out to the core support. So I could do the other stuff, but I'm just not going to right now because I'd rather just do it all at once. Now as far as this goes, holy hell. Okay, so this all the way to the trunk. I have filmed about 20 minutes of nonsense, but this process in, I guess, building a car really does take a lot of thought. There's oh, I got you, fucker. Oh, murdered on YouTube, dude. What I was saying is there's a lot of thought to be put into this. Because there's all this wire right here. Now, I could just lay this over and call it a day, really. But at the same time, I want to mount, if I want to, I don't know what these connectors are for, but I want to mount it. But how and where do I want to mount it? If anybody watching this and you know what these 3 connectors are for, please let me know down in the comments, because I have no idea, and I've been trying to look them up, to be honest, because I was like, I've never seen those before. And then, yeah, anyways, that's where I'm at. Oh no. Well, I'm pretty sure I can ground it right there, I guess. All right, well, we made a huge accomplish today on the relay box there. Now, as far as everything else goes, I mean, looking at it from this angle, it kind of does look shitty, to be honest. I don't know what I'm going to do about that situation over there. It might just be ugly. I wonder if I can get, I guess, the pillar that goes right there and kind of modify it, cut it out so I can still access that, but none of that wiring is showing. So it's not too bad in the back. That little bit that's coming out, I could care less about that. I am happy that it's covered. I mean, this is cool, you know. And then you look out there like, damn, where's all the wiring? But slowly but surely, this is the first step of many on this thing. So I'm gonna clean up now. Obviously, I have a huge mess in front of me. Mosquitoes are eating me. It's getting late. The lady is getting sleepy, and the baby does not want to sleep. So dad duty calls. All in all, I'm very happy with what we were able to accomplish today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. As I've said earlier, your support is greatly appreciated. I can't thank you guys enough for everything that you do. I'll be back with a part 3 on the wiring because I'm unsure about some things. I still need to extend some stuff. I'm just tight on money right now, so I'm waiting to be able to buy more wiring for all of this. And with that being said, hope you guys have a good rest of the week. Good start of the week if it is. And I will see you guys all in the next episode. Okay, bye-bye.